talk and going to respond. All righty, we are live. Aunties with the tea, or
Woo! Oh.
basically,
No,
what you say? You know what? We
my
not.
voice got hoarse. I had a whole situation I was about to do.
Oh,
My voice went hoarse.
look, we
I'm
not
sorry.
doing this. Look, we ain't doing this tonight. We ain't
My
doing this
bad.
tonight. We ain't
My
doing this
bad.
tonight, Pooh. We ain't
My
doing this tonight.
I said my
Oh my gosh, we
bad.
ain't doing this tonight.
Let me put my glasses back on so I can
Yeah,
get
put your glasses on,
let me
please,
get let me get
please,
serious.
please. All right, y'all. So this is first of all, happy Friday. Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday. Yes,
So
indeed.
this is first of all, happy Friday. My
Happy
bad.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Girl, that was the other phone.
Wait a minute.
I know, right? I know.
All right.
Technical difficulties over here. But
Try this again. And
happy
go.
Friday.
Happy, happy Friday.
Look, TGIF, because baby, it's been a
A
long
week.
week. Every week is a long fucking week when you working.
A week. Yeah.
Okay. Every week is a long freaking week when you are working, especially working for somebody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But hey y'all, hey,
Yeah.
it's your girl Taz, and we got Auntie Keisha on the live tonight. Woo!
So I should introduce myself.
Go ahead.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Keisha.
Queen.
Queen.
I's here.
All right.
I am here, y'all, because I am invested in what we're about to talk about. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Once I put on these glasses, it's serious. And the baby, I got on my glasses.
Not you not you got to put on your glasses though.
Come on now. I got them on. You can't even hear me put them on. I just put them on.
All right. All
Let's
right.
get
I
them
look, I believe I believe you. I
let's
believe
get
you.
them on.
All right, Pooh. So where you at with it? Where you at? Tell me where you left off at.
So apparently I missed the D Rashad situation. I must have missed that, but I got a little insight on it that she
Mm-hmm.
fumbled a bag. But the last part I heard, like as far as testimonies went, was the Kid Cudi one. So
Mm-hmm.
like, am I behind?
No, you're not behind. I think after Kid Cudi, it was the makeup artist. I didn't see that transcript, so hopefully I can find it on here on YouTube. But I didn't see that transcript from the makeup artist.
Okay, I don't know
Uh,
nothing about a makeup artist either. Hold on, maybe I do. Maybe I do. It depends on what the testimony was about. Then I could say it.
I don't even know what the testimony was about
Oh,
with the
okay.
makeup artist. So, but the last I heard, well, the last information that I researched was the Kid Cudi stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But so far, what do you think in regards to like, okay, do you think that the prosecution, from the information that you have now, without even going into anything further, do you think the prosecution has proven their case in regards to like the RICO charge?
Now that's okay. If you're gonna bring that up, you have to bring up that little the little thing we was looking at earlier.
Your chart? Okay, cool. All right, let me see. We're gonna bring that up. Okay, so this is from Wikipedia.
'Cause I'm gonna be a whole hundred, but y'all keep yelling about some Rico. I don't know what no Rico is.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Well, only reason why I'm kind of like really familiar with it because I watch crime stuff. I watch Law and Order. I watch
Mm-hmm.
mob stuff. So I know they back in let's see what's the history on the Rico thing. I'm about to take y'all on a history lesson real quick. Real real quickity quick. Basically, it was developed, to kind of like it was basically developed for like mob. So basically, what it is, it's the racketeering influence and corrupt organizations. RICO Act is a United States federal law that provides for extended criminal penalties and a civil cause of action for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organization. So basically, what they're trying to basically say is that he has an ongoing criminal organization. Okay, that's basically what they saying.
Okay. And what is that? What's the Rico crime?
Okay, I'm about to get into a whole fast poo. About to get into it,
I
boo.
mean, I ain't. I'm just. I want to be.
Okay,
I want to be educated.
okay. I'm about to educate you. I'm about to educate you. I'm about to educate
Stop.
you.
No, we said we being serious.
Okay, we're gonna be serious. We're gonna be serious. I got the serious face. I'm serious. All
Right.
right.
I got my glasses. Come on now.
Okay, we serious. Okay. So basically, these are, let's see, I think it's like eight, like one, let me see. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, yeah. So it's like eight predicates, offenses or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So one is, as you see, it says gambling, murder, kidnapping, extortion, arson, robbery, dealing in obscene matter. I don't know what that could be.
Start
Um,
over, because I'm gonna do some counting. Go ahead.
no, this is the first one. This is the first one.
The first.
As far as like the first predicate.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So it's gambling, murder, kidnapping, extortion, arson, robbery. Then we have any act of bribery, counterfeiting, theft, embezzlement, fraud, obstruction of justice, slavery, racketeering, money laundering, M for hire, embezzlement, drug trafficking, money laundering, tourism. Yeah, so that's basically, they even got criminal copyright infringement. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
basically, if it's only, I guess, it only requires two acts of any type of racketeering activity. So right here it says a pattern of racketeering activity requires at least two acts of racketeering activity, one of which occurred after the effective date of this chapter. Okay, so I mean I'm getting into all the legal terms, but it has to be within 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So these two acts has to be within a 10-year range, basically.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what they trying to prove in regards to um the RICO charges. So based on what you just heard, what do you think? What should
Okay.
it?
Yeah, I mean, with the starting with the Kid Cudi portion of it, absolutely. What I was saying was, so at the beginning of this, I just couldn't figure out where it was going. Like, besides them trying to build a curse witness, I didn't understand why they grilling this baby. Like she 8 months pregnant,
Mhm.
and they grilling her about domestic violence and her sexual activity.
Mhm.
I didn't see where that was going with his case, and I still don't see why they, like, she already did a civil, what is it?
Civil suit. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't. I just didn't understand. And I still don't. But now, like I'm said, I'm leaving it as they just trying to build a curse of witness. Now, once they start getting to the Kid Cuddies of it all, and
Mhm.
on up of the cars and all that, okay, I'm getting where you going at. I was just confused. I mean, I was invested. Do not get me wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? It was entertainment, not in a good way. Hold on, people. I'm not that kind of person. But
But you know what I mean, I get what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah,
but
it's like a
I'm like, so he locked up for having a, do you know what I'm saying? Like that was their, it wasn't good. Nope. Domestic violence is a crime, absolutely. But that
right.
wasn't what they was charging him for.
Mhm.
But like I said, so now I'm getting it. Cause
Yeah.
now, yeah, but yeah, but when I didn't get it at first. But yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So so real quick, in the chat, if anybody's in the chat on TikTok, put a one in the chat if you feel that he's going to be found guilty. Put a two in the chat if you feel like that he is innocent. He's going to be found innocent, and we're going to go from there. My per se, I feel like one, but at the same time, I feel like anything can freaking happen, and at the way things are going now, you just never know.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like um the accounts, the predicates, yeah. So far what I I figured, and I'm gonna just tell you why I figured. Okay, so let me see what my little notes, because I got my notes over here.
Here come the legal pad.
I got the legal pad for the notes too. Like I should have been a daggone lawyer or something. Cause baby, I'm on it. Like, but my notes ain't organized, so maybe not. So, but
You know what? And you would have been just like that in the court and everything. Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on.
right, and I be like, wait a minute, shit. Like, you know what I mean? But no, seriously. So, in regards to the distribution of substance, that's a part of in regards to the drug part of it. Then the bribery, because you heard the part about her and about him and the mother and the parents.
Him and who mother?
Cassie mother testified. You didn't know that Cassie
That's
mother.
okay. So she must have testified on the same day. That's the day that I must have missed. That's what I was saying.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we can pull out something, a recap of that. Let's see. Oh, you
Yeah,
know what?
that had to be. Yeah, because I
Cassie mother testified. Let's see. She testified the first week. She testified the first week, I believe.
about what? Tell me, like, refresh my memory.
Okay, girl. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Because I know, like, I'm confused. Okay.
So you didn't hear that that the mother had testified?
I might. That's what I'm saying. I've been drinking. Like, seriously, that I got you. Gotta refresh my memory.
Okay.
Honestly, like, say one thing about it, then I might be like, okay, yeah.
Okay. So she basically testified saying that will kind of corroborating everything in regards to the abuse part of it, and then she also testified about the email that she received.
Okay. Yeah.
You heard about it,
Okay. Yeah.
and then the part about the 20,000, the 20,000.
Okay.
Okay, so that part, so that's considered extortion, bribery. You know what I'm saying? Because you're telling me that you're threatening me, basically saying that if I don't continue to do these things that you want me to do, then
Okay.
you're going to release these tapes.
Mm-hmm.
So in that aspect, that's considered extortion, I believe. Robbery. I mean, come on now. Like, yeah, so let me go. We're gonna play this video right here. This is some of the pictures of, I guess, that she showed. Yeah, this is what the mother
These jarring images of Cassie Ventura covered in bruises shown in court today. Her mother, Regina Ventura, testifying she took the pictures when her daughter was home for Christmas in 2011, quote, to make sure we memorialized the injuries. Regina Ventura also said her daughter's former boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, demanded $20,000 because Cassie started dating musician Kid Cudi. Ventura said she and her husband used their home equity line of credit to pay Combs. She said he returned the money a few days later. Ventura's testimony comes after her daughter took the stand for more than 20 hours, testifying that Combs subjected her to years of abuse and forced her to participate in drug-fueled sex parties known as freak-offs. Combs is charged with 5 counts, including sex trafficking and racketeering. He has denied all wrongdoing. Prosecutors have also shown the jury these pictures that they say show Combs' hotel room the night he was arrested, including bottles of baby oil and drugs. His former personal assistant, David James, today painting a picture of what it was like to work for the music mogul, testifying about an incident in 2008 when he went with Combs to try to confront rival record label founder Suge Knight. James said Combs had 3 guns on his lap, and while they never found Knight, James said he, quote, realized my life was in danger and ultimately quit. Tomorrow, we expect a forensic psychologist to testify, and then after that, musician Kid.
Okay, so yeah, so that's considered that's one part of the RICO.
Okay.
So that's one that's been proven. Well, not
Okay.
So that you can check that off the list.
Like, I know, according to the list that I've seen, that's why I said when I seen what it actually is,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got him. I just think I just I just couldn't understand the beginning of this case. Besides trying to
Mm-hmm.
clown this man, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But whatever he is, because he is not. I don't know, or maybe just to make. I don't know. But like I said, it's all about the curse of witness and to make him okay. So this is the type of person he is, and now let's go. Because now
Right.
you can't unsee or unhear rather certain things at this
Right.
point. You know.
And I also believe that they just set in the stage to try to prove that it is an organized crime
Mm-hmm.
organization. You know what I'm saying? They doing organized criminal activity on um under the whole uh bad boy enterprise or and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah. So based on that, I would say yes for that one. And then also for what was the other one? Um let's see, who other testimony I thought was kind of like pretty telling. And you notice
That I know he's that the person that they hired that did the recording, him
the who?
that snuck the recording in.
Oh, you talking about Jonathan Audie?
Not you know. Go ahead, girl. You better
Girl, I'm
you
telling
better
you.
first and last name it. You better.
Girl, I'm trying to tell you, I'm too daggone invested. I'm trying to tell you.
Nah. I ain't mad at it at all. But yeah, him.
What? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. What's wrong, man?
See if this thing is plugged up because it said that the recorder is offline.
What recorder?
The NVR.
Okay. Okay.
Is
So,
everything okay?
huh?
Everything okay?
I don't know. He checking the Wi-Fi. Don't mess up the Wi-Fi, babe.
No, the recorder.
Well, how would it? How would it get unplugged?
I don't know, babe. We're just checking.
Oh, okay.
I just want to say hello.
He said, I just want to say hello. You hear him? You heard him?
Uh-uh.
No, he said, hey, sis.
Oh, hi, brother. I didn't know if something was wrong. You sounded so sad. I was like, is everything okay?
No. He was checking the router in here. He doing something with the camera thing. I don't know what he doing. But anywho, so you're talking about Jonathan Audie, the
Mhm.
videotape. Now, do you think that they have that videotape?
That who had the prosecutors?
Look, yeah, the Fed. You think they have that videotape?
No,
You don't think so? What do you think he did with it then?
I don't know. I don't think they have it though. You don't
Well,
think we would have seen it at this point? This
no,
because it's not a current video. I mean, a current yeah, it's not a current video.
but what you mean? You talking about the what tape are you talking about? I know
I'm
you
the tape with the little man that they hired that snuck the little camera into his wallet or something. He said he put it on the table.
right.
Yeah,
The little spy cam.
yeah,
Right. But if that I think that was it's supposed to have been a of a freak off. So that it
yeah,
may be too explicit.
yeah. But you said do they have it?
Meaning, do they have do you think the feds have seen it to use that as evidence?
I don't know. Now that I don't know. Because even if they seen it, they can't say that they seen it. I don't believe.
Why they can't say they can't seen it?
Can they?
I don't know. They should be able to say they seen it because they can that would be considered as evidence. I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's evidence of what he's well at least proof of what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But just think, like years ago when his interview first came out, remember his interview? I think we went,
Yeah,
yeah, we did a little video about that. Um, people probably was people was thinking that he was
crazy.
cray,
Yeah,
right?
but it was his vibe that he was. I mean, you know, he was giving a little cray in that, like the looks, like it was giving it. So I get it. We can't blame the people for that one.
No, I'm not saying no. Definitely not blaming the people for it, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that me per se, if I saw that too, and I was like, okay, yeah, this seemed a little off, but at the same time, I wouldn't,
No, you kept it in the back of your head.
yeah,
Like everybody
definitely.
else. Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely. And then I didn't think that maybe that guy would actually be their type of guy.
Yeah, but see, that's his current state.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So he probably was, yeah.
Yeah, so
But can I ask you this? Because maybe I'm missing this part too. Is it only men? Because when
girl,
they did that little lineup, I'm pretty sure I only seen men.
it
The
was only
escorts.
it was only as well, it was only men as far as like
That's testifying.
I don't even know if if the men are even testifying. That's the thing.
Yeah, those are the men that they used to call on a regular basis.
Right, but are they testifying in the trial? I don't believe all of them testifying in the
Nah,
trial.
I don't think they all testified. Nah.
We know that the Punisher testified in the trial.
Yeah.
Yeah. But and then did you hear that this damn wrote a book?
Who?
The Punisher.
No, indeed.
Baby, you ain't hear that part?
No,
Oh my
indeed.
gosh. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
No, indeed.
Let's go there. Let's go there. The Punisher, he wrote a freaking book. Like,
Child.
the Punisher, let's see, Diddy.
The book is about what though?
I'm gonna let you see it. I don't want to tell you because you could be like, "Pooh, you're lying." Like, no, I am not lying. Like,
Come on.
let me get a short video. I don't want to get no long.
Okay, so is this a pre-written book before when did he decide to write the book?
He wrote the book after
He testified?
No, after the encounters, but before he
Okay.
testified. But here we go. This is him. This is him right here.
I don't see nobody.
Okay, if there's one AI site building to me, this is dope tech from Wix.
I ain't that fast.
Now this whole flow is
okay.
No, I don't. Hold on.
She didn't know what alleged crime he was testifying about.
Okay, you want me? Can you see it?
Nah, I couldn't see it on YouTube.
Oh, I see it.
Let me get out of this. Maybe I can't be in them both. Okay, hold on. Okay, now there you go. Hello?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's news people now. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
And tonight with a Pix 11 exclusive out of the Diddy sex trafficking trial, we're hearing directly from one of the escorts that testified today, a man who was introduced to jurors as the Punisher. The 51-year-old told us that based on his experience, he didn't know what alleged crime he was testifying about.
Sheree Hayes was a prosecution witness, though some...
Wait a minute. Look at Diddy.
Stop.
I'm sorry. I just had to. Like, the sketches are wild, yo.
Can you please stop?
No, the sketches are wild. Like, okay. Look how great. If this is sketches, yeah.
Oh my God.
Look how gray his hair is.
Look at Diddy.
Wow. Okay, all right.
Believe he helped the defense. Our Anthony DiLorenzo joining us now. Anthony, you were inside the courtroom, and then right after you spoke to Mr. Hayes, who is relieved, he says, right, that all of this is over.
He certainly is. He told me that he never looked at Diddy, even in the eye, but was not intimidated at all by his presence on the stand, saying he was there just to tell the truth. But as someone who makes his living as a male dancer, wants people to know that he would never do anything to hurt a woman.
My testimony had no violence and no aggression and no anything. It was really like a surprise to me, to the fact that I was even called to testify.
Hours after leaving the witness stand, an escort named the Punisher spoke to Pix 11 about his surreal experience on the stand in the Sean Combs trial. Was it intimidating sitting in front of him telling the story?
It was not, because the story is honestly what happened.
Right.
His real name? Sheree Hayes. The 51-year-old has been working in the adult entertainment industry for 30 years.
30 years?
Wait a minute. You wait a damn minute, Mr. Punisher.
I guess his name ain't Punisher. I mean,
oh my goodness,
30 years he been swinging.
Nah, man.
Swinging and flipping and.
I hope he's just a manager or something at this point.
Because... No, he's not. Because I actually was watching another YouTube video, and she actually pulled him up on one of his little strip shows in. No, no, I don't think it was Karen, but
not too long ago.
It was not too long ago, but he was definitely dancing and flipping and doing something.
Really?
Yeah. 30 years, girl. 30
so he
years.
Like, well, that's good, sir.
It must be lucrative for 30 years.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, but and he ain't tired,
yeah. But you notice, okay, peep this. You notice the bald head, right?
Who bald head? That man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just keep that in your thoughts. The bald head. Okay? Because I'm going to say something.
All right.
Phone call from Cassie Ventura in 2012. Cassie is the one who always handed you the money?
Yes.
And she's the one who always set this up, except for that one weird text that you got?
Exactly.
This was his first foray as an escort, but says he would never participate in the so-called freak-offs had he thought Cassie was being coerced.
I literally can't say that any part of my experience gave me any cues that this was a woman in distress. More of a fetish type of scenario.
He says Diddy was directing the two, but never aggressively. Now that he knows about the sex trafficking allegations, regrets his participation.
I'm just hoping that I'm not viewed as somebody who did something to Cassie or contributed to her experience in a negative way.
Also on the stand Tuesday, Ventura's mother, Regina, who showed photos she took of her daughter's alleged physical abuse, and an email from Cassie fearing that Combs would release a sex tape or hurt her if she didn't pay him $20,000, a sum he later returned. Combs' former personal assistant, David James, also testified how he once accompanied Diddy to confront Suge Knight in California, armed with guns, admitting he later quit because he thought his life was in danger. So back to Mr. Hayes, the Punisher, says he stopped getting calls for freak-offs after failing to satisfy the demands of the job he was...
Okay, now this is right here. Here we go.
Thousands for something that he's actually written about in his men's health book without naming names. So it was jam-packed today at court.
Yeah, Anthony, it was really like a wide-ranging and fascinating interview. I'm curious, after you spoke with him, did he weigh in on Diddy's guilt or innocence?
So at this point, he says that he really has not read much about what this case is about, hasn't read up on any of the testimony so far, the facts of this case. He doesn't even have a full picture about Sean Combs and the charges against him in this specific case. He didn't really even know what his involvement was until he testified today. So we're going to give you more about this and other testimony. Every day we're going to dissect.
So wait a minute. They didn't mention the book, but I know the name of the book.
The Man's Health book?
Yes, because I pulled it up on another video. So this is the book. It's called, get ready for the name of the book. It's called, what is, it's like something, shit, my mind it went. It's on Amazon. What was the name of the book, y'all? Freezer something.
What year did he publish it?
Oh, here we go. I don't know. We're going about to find out on Amazon. Here you go. The name of the book is called In Search of Freezer Meat.
In Search of Freezer Meat. A story of the male mental health crisis caused by erectile dysfunction. That's what the issue was. And the only true cure no one is talking about. A penis implant. That's his book.
Yeah. So he mentioned that he wrote a book in response, well, I guess about having experienced that. And he also mentioned that he included some of their encounters, but without mentioning who it was. Yeah.
He put that on in 2025.
He did. Oh yeah. Well, no. Well, not. Well, yeah. No, not necessarily. That may have been when he posted it on Amazon. Let's see if he got any more information in here. Because I post the stuff on Amazon and it's publication date. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's when he posted it on Amazon. But let's see if it got another. When did the trial start? May like 3rd or something.
Very interesting. But I mean, I ain't mad at him.
Look, he said I'm about to get. Look, he said I'm tired of swinging.
That's the fine free. No, I'm not this case.
Right. He said, "Wait a minute, I'm tired of swinging it and flipping it. I'm about to get some coins off of this overnight experience. I don't blame him. Go ahead and get that. Go get that to ching ching ching, Punisher.
I've been doing this for 30 years. My man's it's got to be like tight. I mean, I don't know.
Tired.
You
know,
damn, relax.
Exactly. He said that's why I'm gonna write this book.
Right.
Baby,
especially because he don't even know why he testified. He's like, I'm getting something out of this. This nigga said it was a fetish. Why am I here?
Right. He didn't even know why the hell he was testified. He said, "Fuck that."
For real.
I'm gonna get paid. I ain't mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at him at all.
Exactly. Yep.
I ain't mad at him at all. So yeah.
You stop it, dang on it.
But the name of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Very catchy. That was smart. That was smart.
Catchy.
I mean,
not catchy.
It was catchy.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say necessarily catchy, but it is very interesting.
Okay.
I'm about to purchase it and just sit it in the living room.
I'm just saying.
We're like, why you buy this? It's just a little table read. That's all.
We just got the man didn't even know why he was there. I support him. We gotta support the Punisher.
That's what I'm saying.
We gotta support the Punisher.
It was just the way he said it. Like, I just don't know why I'm here.
Right.
Man. Yes, indeed. We gonna get this book. All right,
look, as you see, he got.
You got a buyer. How many he got? 4. I'm gonna be 5.
Okay. But wait a minute, he got 5-star reviews. Look at the reviews.
Oh, we'll purchase it.
Shit. Come on.
Get out your.
Oh man.
All right, now 40 and up.
Here we go. No, I was going to more reviews to see if they had more reviews, but they want me to sign in. I ain't about to sign in right now. But yeah, let's see. He said he came across as honest and very articulate in court and in other interviews. Good luck in all your endeavors. See, he was just, and see, again, this is innocently putting somebody into a situation that they had no idea.
Right.
Some crazy shit going on. He took the stand and didn't know what to expect.
He said she called me.
Right.
I job to the best of my ability because clearly I couldn't finish.
Right.
But either way, I
got my money
and I moved on. Why am I here?
But he did say that this happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
And then I guess one particular time or whatever that he couldn't get it together. And I think he also testified that he has a problem with, I guess, performing in front of other people.
I mean.
Yeah, I mean. So that could go show that he probably wasn't.
He must say drink the water.
Yeah, he didn't drink the water. Okay. So then that's another thing. So you know how they were saying how the baby oil may have been laced. So that means that maybe the baby oil wasn't laced.
I thought somebody already that he did that it wasn't, that they realized that it wasn't, or she said that it wasn't.
Okay, so why have so much goddamn bottles of baby oil then?
That man likes it oily, baby.
I mean, God damn.
He likes to slip and slide.
Wait, what?
I told you, I just think it's something that he like. I think it activates something that we just don't know about. It's just not gonna be like a common thing. It's something that them kind of people know about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody will have to come out and say, "Oh yeah, when you put baby oil on, or maybe." Stop. I'm trying to be serious.
I mean, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Cause you make it sense. Go ahead.
Dang on it. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know I'm not going to remember at the point this. Oh, but no, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the baby oil triggers something like maybe the oiliness or the stickiness is with all that stuff that he's actually lacing people with. I can say lace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That he actually lacing people with.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead, drink this water. Like Kid Cudi was like, he ate some spice. Hey, you want some water? No.
You hell fucking no, I don't want no water, nigga.
But then he gonna ask him again. Hey man, take this water. I don't want your fucking water.
Right. Wait a minute.
No means no, sir.
Right. No means fucking no.
What is in the water?
And he's smart because my thing is, nigga, you just went into my house, allegedly, whatever, traumatized my dog.
Right, pup-ups.
Right.
For real. Had nothing to do with it.
Nothing. What did he do to the dog? That's the question.
He locked him in the bathroom.
No, he did. No, he look. He locked the dog in the bathroom, but that dog was extra traumatized.
Oh, I know. Yes. Yes.
And the poor dog didn't even talk.
What did he do to the? And I don't even.
The poor dog. Exactly. The poor dog can't even talk to even just tell nobody what the fuck happened.
Just shaking and shit.
Right. Like, come on, man. Come on. Like.
Such a weirdo.
You doing too much, and then you think I'm gonna drink your water? No,
right. Sir. That's what tripped me out. And it was the accent twice for me. Like if you ask me twice, I'm really not drinking your water. Like I don't think I know a setup when I see one. I said no, my like you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I said, no. Like,
right.
Do you think I'm that stupid? And I'm going, like, oh my gosh, like,
man.
exactly.
His weirdo ass.
Right. And then did you hear the part where he said when he was walking up to the when he was walking up to meet him, he was standing and looking out the window, looking like a super villain.
Yeah,
a Marvel super villain.
No.
I can just imagine.
No, they had put up a picture when they said it. I was dying.
Wait a minute, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it.
I can die because I can picture it.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's see. Diddy, Marvel hero. No, Marvel villain. Because he said villain. Diddy. Okay, let's see. Marvel. Oh shit.
I hope it's that picture.
I really. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, that's 19 minutes. Let's see what he's talking about. Save it to pop up.
What are you expecting today?
You got a fresh haircut.
I love this fit. Not so serious.
Kid Cudi has just arrived in court today at the Diddy trial wearing a leather jacket and smoking a cigarette. In case you didn't know, Kid Cudi had a fling with Cassie when she was with Diddy. Reports say that when Cudi was dating Cassie, that Diddy had went and blown up his car with a cocktail bottle and locked his dog in the bathroom. Even 50 Cent is now clowning online about what did Diddy do to his dog. Cudi said that Diddy had denied the allegations at first, but then later on apologized for it. And where did they get this picture of Diddy from, man? The funniest part is when Cudi said that he wanted to fight Diddy. Really? You
He said that when he met Diddy at the Soho House, that he was standing there like a Marvel supervillain. Well, at least one thing's for sure is that Diddy is from the 90s era of hip hop. But when in rap did it become cool to be a snitch?
Oh, so they trying, they're trying to say that he's being a snitch.
Kid Cudi?
Yes, because like
this man blew up my. First of all, he's not the one that came up with the story. He's just verifying the story.
Right.
So whoever calling him a snitch is something different. Because for real, like he didn't. If he wanted to tell this story back in when it happened, he would have. That would be a snitch.
Right.
Somebody else told the story. He's verifying the story. I hope y'all can hear me. This dang on generation. Like seriously.
Like let it. Like stop it. Like stop it. Like.
Come on now. He just like if y'all already said it. I mean, like, well, if you said it, I might as well tell it. Yeah. You get me? And then you bringing me into court. I'm too grown to be sitting up here trying to go to court for perjury to try to prove myself to some freaking public. Like, come on now.
Right.
No, I'm telling what you need to know, Your Honor.
Right.
You got a Pepsi, I'll keep on talking.
Exactly. Like, come on. Like, and then the thing about it.
Go ahead.
The thing about it is that he didn't ask. He didn't know what the fuck to expect. That's
exactly.
Number one. And definitely not know. I like him. He's pretty funny.
He looks like he's pretty funny.
Kid Cudi said Diddy was like a Marvel supervillain. He got on stand and told a wild story. December 2011, 5:30 in the morning, Cassie, who he's secretly dating, calls him and says, Diddy has found out about us. I'm freaked out. Come pick me up. He gets in the Porsche, picks her up, takes her to a hotel. When he gets to the hotel, his assistant calls. Diddy is in your house. He forced his way in. So Cudi's driving back to his house in the Hollywood Hills, and he calls Diddy, and he's like, motherfucker, are you in my house? And Puff says,
what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Stop. Would you stop? What are you laughing at?
Because that's how I would be like, motherfucker, are you in my house? Like, are you kidding me?
Right. Imagine if he was home though.
Right.
I
don't blame Kid Cudi for testifying.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They better leave this grown man alone. That's a grown man, people.
Right. I don't blame Kid Cudi for cutting it off with Cassie and said,
he said they said that why did you cut it off? This was too much. Like too much. My man said, I can't even go to sleep. I can't wake up. Like for real. Right. Imagine that kind of life. Right. Nah, I'm good. Go on, baby girl. You cute. No, sorry.
Right.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Exactly. I mean, oh my gosh. But he just said, are you in my Oh my god, I gotta rewind that part. I'm sorry, y'all.
You so stupid.
That was hilarious. Look at his face when he said it. Look at his face. Okay, now
he gets to the hotel. His assistant calls. Diddy is in your house. He forced his way in. So Cudi's driving back to his house in the Hollywood Hills, and he calls Diddy, and he's like, motherfucker, are you in my house? And Puff says, I am here waiting for you.
No, indeed.
Eerie calm, super villain calm.
Right.
But while Cudi is driving back, Diddy unwraps Christmas presents that Cudi had for his family and locks his dog in the bathroom, traumatizing the dog. Diddy wasn't there when Cudi got back, but a few weeks later, Cudi's Porsche goes up in flames.
This man.
On the stand, he blamed Diddy. Arson is among the predicate acts in the racketeering charge. Later, they decide to get
That's why he said, okay, so everything got his little purpose.
They decide to meet in a hotel, in a meeting room. Diddy is already there when Cudi walks in, and Cudi says on the stand, Diddy is looking out the window calmly with his hands behind his back.
What is wrong with this man?
Looking like a Marvel supervillain. He said Diddy's calmness was very off-putting.
Yeah.
At the end of the meeting, Cudi said, "So what are we going to do about my car?" And Diddy said, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
All right, Debo.
That really bothered Cudi, as you could imagine.
Hell yeah.
This sort of vengeful, retaliatory action is part of what the government wants you to see as part of the coercion and the control and the violence he used to keep Cassie from I mean, if you're asking, why didn't she just leave after she sees Cudi's car blow up?
Because it's a mental thing.
Cudi said Diddy was like a Marvel.
Yep.
I hate when every time I hear somebody say that shit, it like takes me to a whole nother level.
Yep.
Like for real. That's a whole mental fucking, y'all know it.
Yep.
And if you don't know it, bless you for not knowing about it, but it's like, come on, that is so freaking obvious.
Yep.
She was competing for his attention.
Yep.
Like he got her at 22?
19.
19. Come on now.
19.
And that's all she knew. And then and that was their thing. That's where his attention came from. And then when he started branching off and having kids with Kim, calling her like all the extra shit that just turned that spiraled her more. That's not going to make you want to leave. That's going to make you, well, let me be extra because at this point, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, that's your mentality.
Yep. Yep.
On people.
And that's the thing that pissed me off. Like, who you preach it, and I feel you 100% because that's exactly how I feel. And that pisses me off with like people saying, "Oh, well, she wanted to be there. Why didn't she leave?" Dude, the prosecution is basically setting it up to show why she really.
Yep.
Look at all this shit that he's doing. And then the thing about it, how the hell you gonna be mad that this girl decided to? Okay, so supposedly they was on the break when she started messing with Kid Cudi. Okay, boom. So you got a whole family at home, Kim and the kids and
exactly,
and her mother and
taking family photos, and you ain't even putting her on the side of the family photos.
Right, going on family vacations and all that shit, and God knows whoever else he was dealing with at that time.
Exactly.
Then she goes and try to dibble out and go get some outside pink.
And you try to and you want to blow up his car.
And you want to threaten this man and blow up his car, and then you wondering why the hell she ain't leave.
Man. But people need to get it together.
Yes.
Use your noggins, people.
Yes, use your brain. Like if it was a mental fuck the whole time. It was a mental fuck the whole time. He knew that she was that young and very impressionable. Now we all been there to a certain point in our life where we experience these type of people to a certain, maybe not on this type of huge level.
Yeah, yeah. That's a different kind of man there.
Yeah. Then I ain't gonna say man.
I told you, yeah.
That's a different kind of. That's a ding. Ding.
Yeah.
That's
I said it. I told you a long time ago. Don't looking at me. I said when I looked in that eye and that I seen something different, and I ain't looked at that man eye again.
Exactly, and
like
that's
it was something weird.
And that's why they said he always to have them sunglasses on because
yes, and he talking about he was wearing them because he was shy.
No,
okay,
no,
you're shy.
Yeah,
you're shy, Mr. Combs.
Yeah,
come on now.
So my thing is this: at this point, like if you can't see, you don't want to see. You don't want to see that this girl was really a victim. Now, in the beginning, like you just said, she was trying to win in any kind of way, get herself into his situation. Because at the same time, we do know. We know that he was grooming her.
Yeah,
we know
absolutely.
that he was buying her this and that, and
absolutely.
feeding her all, love bombing her. That's what it is. He was love bombing her and all that. And she was like, okay, she young, okay, I got this older man, and then he got money, and then he can possibly get my career going, and
but she never did. But
and this, that, right. He dangled all of that over her head, and then she just got entangled in that fucking web of shit, and she got hooked. She got hooked on that shit. And the only reason I think that, I'm not saying that she wasn't down for freak offs or threesomes or role playing. What you do with your partner is what you do with your partner. But as long as she was cool with it and it was a mutual thing and she wasn't being forced or drugged to do these things, okay, cool. That I'm whatever, that's your business. But when it came to the point where she wanted to stop and then he says no, if you don't do this, I'm a send a tape or and blackmail you to my mom. Like, are you kidding me? That's slow down. And then he did it in December, I think on like Christmas Eve or something. Threatened to release it on Christmas Eve or some shit like that.
Of course he did.
Like that is the whole thing is a mind fuck. The whole thing was just a mind fuck. And she was definitely in a situation for however long that this baby girl really learned the hard way.
And I don't think she liked it. I think she might have been into it all at the very beginning.
In the beginning,
yeah, and then like after a while, like I said, it just become that competition. Like, pick me, please pick me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's really all it was. She ain't look happy.
No.
And like you said, she tried to move on. Like just like, you go ahead, do you. Just let me do me. But now you wanna like it's just ridiculous. You gotta blow up shit, you gotta threaten people. Now nobody wants to date me.
Right.
And then he threatened the now husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Fine, he threatened him too. Yeah.
He's weird. How you gonna have your cake and eat it too?
Exactly.
Like, even Kim Porter couldn't date nobody else. She was, even if she dated somebody that wasn't public. Why? Because here comes Mr. Diddy.
Yep.
Like, oh.
It's a pattern, and people want to make it seem like, okay, that it started with Cassie. It did not. This shit, he has a pattern of this shit. So it ain't about just what's going on right now with Cassie, what happened with Kim, and then he also allegedly did the same thing with Misa.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
History with the same thing with the girl Gina, the one that disappeared, that supposed to have been testified. She supposed to have been a witness. Gina.
Child, he done threw them apples at that girl. You hear that?
Yeah.
Who does that?
Exactly. Nigga, you throwing shit at me? Are you serious?
Apples. Can you imagine dodging freaking apples? This man has lost his mind.
Yes. Yes. And I'm glad that guy, his assistant, the one that got the immunity, was smart enough to be like, you know what? I got to get out this situation because this shit, this ain't right. This ain't right. And the fact that so many people sat alongside and allowed this shit to happen because for whatever reason they wanted the money, they wanted to stay in his good graces and stuff like that. Like, you're gonna be haunted by all the shit that you allow and that you saw and that you could have intervened, that you could have stood up and said something. Now, granted, you may have got some backlash, but at the end of the day, it's like, come on, man, we gotta stand for something. Like,
I just think, like, at a certain point, like, because of what the music industry is known as, even if they seen some shit, I just think it was more or less like, okay, that was to be expected. Like, if I walked into some shit current day, like dealing with some music industry shit, and I would have seen like the shit that was going on, it would be to expected, because at this point people have been dropping, as you said, like snitch type shit throughout the years. And like you heard shit, like we say all the time, we was hearing shit, but it's just coming to the forefront now. So I think they're not really saying anything. Like, even the current rappers, like the youngest that's coming up, like we all heard how the Biggie shit really went down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm dealing with you and then you turn around and do that kind of stuff, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me just come on, because that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's I knew that was going to happen type shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I got what you're saying, and I see that point of everything. But it's like, would you want your daughter to go through what these women gone through? Would you want your mother to go through what these your loved one, would you want them to go through that? And then you don't try to attempt to intervene.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you how, how the world can be, how some people in this world can just be fucked up just and turn a blind eye to shit like that. And then, like I said, it's just gonna.
But he said that too, though. Remember
Who?
when they asked him, "Well, why didn't he say anything?" He says, "Like it would have been bad for my career."
Yeah. But I also feel like that he feels guilty in that part
Oh
too.
yeah, eventually, yeah.
Yeah, that shit is going to sit with them. That shit is going to sit with them.
But he was the same, like the type of person that was just saying that's a prime example. Like when he got into it and seen what was going on, he just did what he was told.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, this is, you know what? He put witch shades on her eye.
Who?
Because I just thought about that.
Oh yeah, he
in
sure
the testimony,
did.
and I just
He
was
sure
telling you to
did.
use that witch hazel because he know
Yep.
what that. Yeah, that's a miracle.
When I walk in the room, I'm gonna walk in as me. Okay, I'm gonna be me. So I'm not.
All right.
And I sure will.
I know that, right. I didn't mean to play that, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just like, if people just don't see what's going on, then you just committed to not seeing it. You know what I mean?
You don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it because you would not.
Y'all them same people clapping for kills.
Right.
Kills. Free them because they shouldn't have went if they didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I just understand the mind fuck a little bit. So
Yeah.
I can't feel it.
Yeah, and that's why they had that psychologist up there to testify. Just kind of like
But he coming. Go ahead. No, what was you saying?
No, just kind of like trying to explain the dynamics of the victim's psychology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think the prosecution kind of messed up with that one because she didn't actually interview them, and then the defense kind of like tore that up. You know what I mean? Like, well, so how can you even testify and say this, that, when you didn't even sit with Cassie, you didn't sit with the other victims to get how they, you didn't actually evaluate them. That's what they, kind of like was, trying to drill to and put holes in it for the jurors. And girl, then wait a minute. Speaking of the jurors, I heard that I'm going through the comments on YouTube and stuff like that. That he's sitting over there staring at the jurors, and some of the jurors are
intimidated.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That was another thing. Yeah. I would have tried to get out that case so freaking fast. I would have tried to get out that case so freaking fast. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like they would have been like, you that part when they were like, you know anything about the case? Yep. I watched it every day on YouTube before I came in here.
Look, yep.
For real. I would not.
Look,
go ahead.
I probably started telling them shit that they
come on
ain't
now.
Know, okay?
Right. So I was like, I'm gonna pull out my legal pay.
Yeah.
Like actually I got some notes.
Period.
For real, because I'm not that man. Hell no. I'm sorry. I fear no man but God. But real talk, I would not want that man staring me down. And then if he actually gets out, and it ain't even about him getting out. It's people out here just he's running. Nah, and I'm gone.
And that's why
they should have had them people behind the fucking a wall or something.
Exactly. They really should.
Yeah.
They really should. They really should have. Because
that's scary as crap.
Don't
put my name. Like, nah. Like it really would have had to be a force type thing. They would have had to be knocking on my door, Miss Oliver. We said you're juror number 11. Like for real, because I'm not like for real. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Staring at me, but your creepy black eyes. It's no white in his eyes.
No. Yeah.
Well, look, there you go. As soon as I said that, here comes some white eyes. But he better.
Okay, let's watch this one. It says 9 wild moments from Kid Cudi's P. Diddy trial testimony.
I think he's a nice looking man.
Who, Kid Cudi?
I really do.
Oh no, he's not a bad looking guy.
I think he is a nice looking man.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, hold that thought. I'm gonna go ahead and play the video while I do a bathroom break. I gotta, tinkle.
Not a bathroom break.
I gotta tinkle. Look, I've been drinking my water, girl. I'm trying to
be good.
Got this big ass Stanley cup that my sister got, so it's making me drink my water.
Oh, did you break the Stanley cup?
Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Kid Cudi, of course, is a rapper. He's an actor and a producer. But this week, he added Diddy trial witness to his list of titles. His legal name is actually Scott Miscuddy. And he walked into court, raised his right hand, and as any other witness would, swore to tell the truth. You might be thinking, I thought this trial was about sex trafficking and prostitution. Well, it is. But Sean Combs also faces a racketeering conspiracy charge, or RICO. He's accused of using his businesses to carry out and cover up crimes. And Kid Cudi, the government alleges, is the victim of one of those crimes, specifically arson. Combs, for his part, has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges, and he maintains his relationship with ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura was one that involved domestic violence, but not sex trafficking. And Cassie is the connection between Combs and Kid Cudi. Back in 2011, Kid Cudi, or Scott Miscuddy, testified that he and Cassie were dating. He believed that she was broken up with Sean Combs at the time, but that may not have been completely true. Kid Cudi took the stand wearing jeans, a leather jacket, and a white shirt, and he told the jury about that night in December 2011 when Cassie called him very upset. Miscuddy testified, well, I got a call from Cassie around 5:30 or 6 a.m., and she told me that Sean Combs had found out about us. I was really confused, but she asked me to pick her up. She sounded really stressed on the phone, nervous, scared, so I went to go pick her up, and yeah. Miscuddy went on to explain why he was confused. Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson asked, you testified that Ms. Ventura told you Mr. Combs found out about us. What was your understanding of what Mr. Combs had found out? Miscuddy answered that me and her were dating. Johnson asked, and you also testified that you were confused when you heard that. Miscuddy answered yes. Johnson asked, why were you confused? Miscuddy answered, because I didn't think she was dealing with him. Johnson asked, and you mentioned that you went to pick her up. Is that right? Miscuddy answered, yes. Miscuddy testified that he drove Ventura to a hotel in Los Angeles about 15 minutes from his home. Then he got a call from a woman who was a friend of Cassie's and an assistant of Sean Combs. Her name was Capricorn Clark. Clark said.
Okay, real quick. Do you know who she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you remember, did you see the interview? Did you see where Suge Knight had talked about this incident?
No.
With when he mentioned Capricorn Clark?
What did he say?
Okay, we're not gonna watch this whole video, but I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, let me go.
That Sean Combs and an affiliate were in my house, and she was in a car. She was forced to go along with them over there. Johnson asked, and what, if anything, did Ms. Capricorn say about where she was at the moment? Miscuddy said, she was in a car outside of my house waiting for them. Johnson asked, and what, if anything, did Capricorn say about where Mr. Combs was at that moment? Attorney Brian Steele objected, and it was overruled. Miscuddy testified, in my house. Johnson asked, after you spoke to Capricorn, what did you do next? Miscuddy answered, I got in my car and went to my house. Johnson asked, that phone call? No. Johnson followed up, did anyone go with you when you went to your house after that phone call? Miscuddy answered, no. Miscuddy said he drove to his house. It was a 15-minute drive or so from the hotel, as I mentioned, where he was with Cassie. And on the way, he called Sean Combs. He had his number from years ago.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay.
What?
Okay. So this was the same day when he was at his house. He had picked it. So Cassie was at the hotel.
Right.
So he left Cassie 15 minutes from his house. He went by himself. Cassie stayed at the hotel.
Right.
I missed that part at first.
Oh, that's what I thought you, girl.
No, I thought that I thought
like
that
he found out later on.
Okay. It was 2 different days.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think. I thought it was just like she had called and then he was at the house another day.
Okay,
I didn't think it was the same day. Okay, I'm with it now.
He described what he said to Sean Combs. Miscuddy testified, I'm going to be very candid. I said, mother effer, are you in my house? And he was like, what's up? I was like, mother effer, are you in my house? And he said, I just want to talk to you. I was like, I am on my way over right now. He was like, I'm here. Miss
Mm.
Scuddy said that Combs' voice was
This motherfucker said, I'm
Right.
here.
Right. I'll be waiting.
What the fuck?
With some water.
Yo. I don't blame Kid Cudi. This some shit off of fucking Lifetime.
Exactly. Not even Lifetime. That's a mafia type movie. This man has his own little world. Real talk. He lived in his own little world.
Girl, this is wild.
And the fact that he thought he was never getting girl, hold on. All right, hold on. Play this out.
He drove to his house, which he said had security cameras, but they weren't working that night. When he arrived, Miss Scuddy said the cameras appeared as if they had been moved to the side. Miss Scuddy said, some gifts that I bought for my family were opened, some stuff I got from Chanel, and then my dog was locked up in my bathroom. Our content shows just how important personal safety is, and that is especially true when it comes to protecting your privacy online. You would be absolutely shocked.
Girl.
Commercial in the
50
middle.
brokers with my information.
They got you.
Right.
After signing up, I get virtual.
Okay, here we go.
She's Lord, with the same tone and
Answered,
everything.
my dog's
She kept the same tone and everything.
Answered, my dog's babysitter called me in the morning.
Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. Let's watch that.
An annual incognito plan. Miss Scuddy said he filed a police report about the break-in.
Into it.
Like,
That's good though, because it make a person watch the commercial. I mean, we just fast forwarded, but I'm just saying, like, if I was sitting watching it,
you would have just let it go through. All right.
What the fuck? Okay.
She got us.
Christmas with Cassie at her parents' home in Connecticut. Johnson asked, directing your attention to January of 2012, did there come a time when you learned that your car had caught on fire? Miss Scuddy answered yes. Johnson asked, how did you learn that your car caught fire? Miss Scuddy answered, my dog's babysitter called me in the morning. Now keep in mind, it's 6:30 or 7 in the morning. The questioning continued. Johnson asked, what was your understanding of where your dog's babysitter was located when she called you? Miss Scuddy said, at my house. Johnson asked, was it your understanding that your dog's babysitter was telling you what was happening in real time? Miss Scuddy answered, yes. Johnson asked, and what did your dog's babysitter say to you about what she saw? Miss Scuddy answered, she told me my car was on fire. Johnson asked, was anyone else present at your house at the time? Miss Scuddy said, no. Johnson asked, where were you? Miss Scuddy said, I was at my ex-girlfriend's sister's house. Johnson asked, approximately how far away?
That's what threw me off.
Yeah. No, because now I'm confused.
That's what threw me off, because that's what I thought I heard when I was listening to the what's the name. So, okay.
Your house, were you? Miss Scuddy answered, like 45 minutes or something like that. Johnson asked, where was your car at the time your babysitter?
You know what? This when his car caught on fire.
And that's the incident that you were talking about.
Right. So this when his car caught on fire.
Okay.
So the previous one was when he was at his house, when he locked the dog in the bathroom.
Yeah.
We talking about two different instances. Okay, now I'm with it. I'm with it now. Right. I was confused. I knew I had heard this.
I was confused too. Wasn't you? All
yeah.
Right, be
okay.
good.
All right. Cool.
Hold. Miss Scuddy said in the driveway. Miss Scuddy said his friend Chip took photos of the Porsche as he drove back to his house. The photos show a hole in the top of the Porsche. There's also damage to the driver's seat from where the Molotov cocktail left burn marks, and there's damage to the door. The car was so badly damaged, Miss Scuddy said it couldn't be repaired. When he arrived at his house, he said the bottle from the Molotov cocktail was on the ground. It had been in the driver's seat. When asked his reaction to his car being torched, it was very simple. Miss Scuddy said, he said, what the F word?
Right.
Miss Scuddy said the cops were at his house and he filed a police.
What the fuck can you say?
Right.
Because he probably like, this motherfucker just did this home invasion shit. Terrorized my dog. Now you didn't blew up my, like, what else can he say? Wow.
Report, and it was his understanding this was no accident. A couple of days later, Miss Scuddy said he had his manager set up a meeting with Combs through his head of security, D-Rock, at the Soho house. Miss Scuddy testified, I walked in and I met D-Rock. He was escorting me into the room, and then I got to the room. It was one wall was all windows, and Sean Combs was standing there staring out the window with his hands behind his back like a Marvel supervillain.
And he practiced
just
that.
me and him in the room. No security, nobody. Miss Getty said, we discussed, pretty much the whole story about how me and Cassie first started to date to what it was to how it ended. And his whole point was, we were homies, that was my girl. I let him know that, they were broken up, and I took her word for it. Yeah. Johnson asked, what was Mr. Combs' demeanor during this meeting? Miss Getty said, very calm. He kept offering me water. He offered me water twice. Johnson asked, what was your reaction to his demeanor? Miss Getty said it was very off-putting. It was weird that he was so calm.
Right.
Miss Getty said Cassie then showed up, and he testified he was upset to find out that she had gone back to Sean Combs. He told the jury, quote, she pretty much kind of explained that we fell in love and things just happened, and, Miss Getty testified, yeah, we stood up, shook hands, and as I was shaking his hand, I said, what are we going to do about my car? I made sure to ask him right when our hands were clasped together, where he couldn't run away and I could look at him square in his eyes. And he looked right back at me, very cold stare, and said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, okay. I took my hand from his, and he said, wait, I thought we were cool. Is there a problem? I was like, you said you didn't burn my car, right? You said that's your word. He said, yeah. I was like, that's it. When asked, again, Miss Getty said Combs' tone of voice was very calm. And after that day, there were no more break-ins at his home and no more car fires. A couple of years later, Miss Getty said he saw Combs at the Soho house again, this time with his daughter. He said Combs said, man, I just want to apologize for everything and all of the BS. There were no more conflicts with Sean Combs, and Miss Getty said he made peace with it. Then came the cross-examination by attorney Brian Steele, who represented...
Okay, why did he apologize?
Who, Kid Cudi?
No, why did Diddy apologize if he didn't do anything?
I thought they said Kid Cudi apologized.
No, Diddy apologized. Diddy apologized. He said that Diddy apologized to him. He said he saw him at the Soho again, and he said oh yeah, blah 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 about that bullshit.
Okay, I definitely heard that backwards. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. Did I go back too far? I think I did, but let's see.
I said, okay. I took my hand from his, and he said, wait, I thought we were cool. Is there a problem? I was like, you said you didn't burn my car, right? You said that's your word. He said, yeah. I was like, that's it. When asked, again, Miss Getty said Combs' tone of voice was very calm. And after that day, there were no more break-ins at his home and no more car fires. A couple of years later, Miss Getty said he saw Combs at the Soho house again, this time with his daughter. He said Combs said, man, I just want to apologize for everything and all of the BS.
See?
There were no more conflicts with Sean Combs, and Miss Getty said,
see, he apologized. Hello? Bro, what happened? Yeah, I know she ain't just fall asleep over there. What's going on? Yo, she will fall asleep on anything.
Oh my God.
Did you fall asleep?
I did. Oh my God.
You know what? Good night.
Oh my God, no. Oh my God.
Good night. I was like, yo, she is not fucking asleep. It is past your bedtime, but I was like, I know she's not fucking asleep.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up, but put one in the chat if y'all.
That is so embarrassing.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
fall asleep.
In my defense, okay. I don't be up this late, y'all. Oh my God, but I do not even remember when I fell asleep.
It is only 9:50. Yeah, it is 9:50.
You know I don't do that to me.
I know. You probably need to go get that checked out. You must have You must what's that? Not collected. That's what it is. Cause I'm like,
oh my God.
I know you just ain't just for. I was like, see,
and I kept and oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. Anywho, y'all, put a 1 in the chat if y'all feel that Diddy is guilty based on week 2's recap. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think Diddy is innocent. Also, what I was gonna say?
Oh
I don't even fucking know.
Okay.
Stay tuned on TikTok for next week's recap. The trial starts back up on Tuesday, and I'll be doing daily recaps on TikTok live, and I'll be posting them on YouTube. And we're gonna do another recap of the week of week 3 on Friday. But we're gonna do it earlier because
we can't do it early. I don't come home too late. We gotta do this. But we're not doing this again. I can't be embarrassed. I get that. We gotta do it on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we can do it on a Saturday. Yeah, afternoon because Friday just I'm a night owl, so I'm up, I'm watching stuff, I'm up. So
I cannot believe it.
Yeah, but anywho, all right, Pooh, get some rest.
I am. Oh my God. I love you.
I love you too.
Good night, peoples.
Good night, y'all.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God.